we're going to go ahead and get started with just a few brief morning announcements. So good to see you this morning in the Eagle's Nest. Hey, we're over halfway through the first week of school. It's been a great first week. I know it takes a little bit of time to get back in to the groove of things, but scholars, you have been doing great. And of course, our teachers and staff doing great things as always. So happy Thursday, August 18th to you. It is going to be a great day in the Eagle's Nest because today, Thursdays, is always your last chance to try to become a Scholar of the Week and put forth your last efforts to win a championship belt. We'll review that in just a moment. But scholars, a couple of things really quick. We haven't talked about this yet this year, so just wanted to give you a couple of reminders. And so every single morning on morning announcements, the second slide will always be a reminders slide. So here's our first reminder for today. And we've been doing great with this for the past couple of days, and I know we'll do great with this school year. But scholars, if you have a cell phone, that is totally okay, right? Most of us do, but make sure that that is up and put into your book bag. And the reason we want that in your book bag is so it doesn't become a distractor for you, whether it's at recess, or during class time. We don't want a cell phone to be a distractor for you. So make sure that that is being put up in your book bag, either after announcements or whenever your teacher asks you to do so. Sometimes teachers ask you to do that right when you walk in your room. So that is okay as well, or after announcements, whatever your teacher's policy is for that. But just make sure those are up, and we will have a fantastic day. Number two, make sure that we're continuing to follow the Fairview 5. I know a lot of you are learning that. Most of you know it. But make sure we're following that while we're standing in line in the cafeteria, and also dismissal. So I was in the cafeteria yesterday, and K5 did fantastic. Did a great job in line yesterday of moving through, grabbing your milk, saying what you needed to say to our cafeteria staff. Make sure when you're speaking to the cafeteria staff that you're speaking loudly enough for them to hear you, right? And also using your manners as well. Thank you very much, and things like that. Hey, how's your day going today, right? There's nothing wrong with brightening somebody's day, and you can do that, scholars. So make sure you're doing that. And then also during dismissal as well. There's a lot of scholars moving during dismissal. So if you are voice level 0 in the hallway, it really helps everybody else out, and it'll help you out to get to where you need to get to on time. So make sure that we are continuing to do that. Hey, another slide that we will be showing each day is our weather report, right? So this is Thursday all the way to next Wednesday. I'm loving the temperatures of all this, right? Lower 80s, and tomorrow got upper 70s, right? So that's really good. So it's not going to be too hot. But I like to show this because it gives us an opportunity to see if we'll be able to get some recess in today. Recess has been looking great the first couple of days of school. Everybody's been in their zones, looking like you're having fun. That is awesome. So with that, today, it's looking like a high of 82. The rain chances are very small, so it looks like everybody's going to be able to get outside today, and it's going to be nice weather for that. And it should be that tomorrow as well for Friday. So looking forward to finishing our week strong, getting to play outside. So, hey, we have a Fairview 5, and you are learning the Fairview 5 all week. And even some of our kindergarten scholars, our brand new scholars in the Eagle's Nest, they can probably already tell me some of the Fairview 5. And I'm going to start asking you next week. So hopefully you do. But we've been doing a deep dive into the Fairview 5 this week, right? So number one's actively listen to the speaker. We talked about that one on Tuesday. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. We talked about that one yesterday. Clean up your area, we'll talk about today. Number 4, be kind to others with your words and actions. And number 5, do your best. So today we're going to talk about clean up your area. This one is pretty self-explanatory, meaning that what it says is what you do. However, I want to add a couple of things to it, right? Especially if you've been in the Eagle's Nest for a while, I'm going to challenge you to do some things. So one thing is you always want to keep your area neat and clean because that helps you be able to find things. So if you're transitioning in class and your teacher is asking you, hey, I need you to get your math manipulatives out, or I need you to grab your CKLA book, or I need you to grab this or your math book or whatever it may be. If your area is cleaned up, then you'll be able to know where all of those things are. The other thing is before you exit a classroom, I heard a 5th grade teacher talking about this the other day. Make sure you're cleaning up your area, picking things up off the floor that are around yours. The one thing I always hear that I want to challenge you with this year to not say and just help us keep our school community clean is, hey, do you mind picking that up for me? Well, that's not mine. Well, hey, come on now, right? We're all in school together. So even if it's not yours, right? Picking something up and handing it back to somebody or throwing a piece of trash away. Anytime I'm in the hallway and I see a little itty bitty, teeny tiny bit of trash, I pick it up and I throw it away. It's not my piece of trash, but I'm showing you that it doesn't matter, right? We want to make sure that we're picking it up and throwing it away as well. The last way that you can help us cleaning up our area here at school is in the hallways. So on the hallways, we don't want to lean up against the walls because if we lean up against the walls, the paint chips away a little bit. And so we don't want to do that. We want to stay on our word and keep our hands and feet off of the walls. That'll really help keep our area clean as well because we want to make sure that we continue to have a clean school. And I know Mr. Battle and Mr. Robert, our two custodians, they would really appreciate that if you help them out with that as well. If you see them in the hallway, by the way, make sure you say hello to them and tell them how great they do every single day. Last couple slides here. We're also going to talk next week about integrity, excellence, and teamwork. These are 3 things that you can do, scholars, that will help you become a scholar of the week, right? And also being a voice level 0. So tomorrow, I'm really excited about Fridays. I love Monday through Thursday in the Eagles Nest, but Friday is always so much fun because we get to celebrate so many people, right? So tomorrow, we will have a specials champion, the first hallway champion, the first attendance champion, and the first soaring champion. Remember, soaring champion is doing the right thing inside a class. It's a team championship belt. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And of course, tomorrow you get to sign the rock. But hey, I told you yesterday that today I was going to be showing you a couple of classrooms, and I was in a lot of classrooms yesterday, saw a lot of great things going on. Let me get out of the way here. But there were 2 classrooms that when I went in yesterday, I just was enamored, meaning that I wanted to be a part of it. I was in the back and I was like, man, I wish I was a scholar inside this class today. But Miss Walton's 2nd grade class is up there, and this is Miss Kelly's 3rd grade class, and they were both working on math at the time that I was in there. But man, every scholar was engaged, was watching their teacher. They were following their Fairview 5, actively listening, and you were having fun, right? Because in school, it's okay to have a little bit of fun every single, every now and then, right? And so both of those classes were having a lot of fun. But what I loved the most is I saw scholars sitting up, listening, actively listening to the teacher. And then in Miss Kelly's class, they were doing an activity where they got to come up to the front and they were moving around a little bit. And I loved how quickly scholars were able to do that and making sure that they were getting everything they need. So I'm excited to come through classrooms today and see what you're doing with your teacher today and highlight you tomorrow. So congrats to Miss Walton's class and Miss Kelly's class. These were their afternoon classes, did a great job with learning yesterday. So, hey, I know you're going to do a great job today, excuse me. You're going to do a great job today, but remember that good is good, but great is great. So we talked about this the other day. Yeah, of course we want you to be good, but isn't being great even better, right? So you can be great by following the Fairview 5. You can be great by sitting up in class, making sure you're locked into what your teacher is teaching. Today is day 4 in the Eagle's Nest. It will fly by just like that, right? No pun intended with the flight, but you are an eagle and you will continue to soar. And before you know it, we'll be at day 74 in this school, right? So you want to make sure every single day you're approaching every single day on, hey, how can I be great today? But I want to leave you with this today. Know that you can be great because you have it in you. So I want you to continue to pull that out. Your teachers will pull that out of you today and other staff members, as I hope you have a fantastic Thursday here in the Eagles Nest. And my last challenge for you before I let you go today, make sure you're trying to earn to be a Scholar of the Week. There's only 6 Scholars of the Week every single week. That's it, right? And pre-K hasn't started yet. So most of the time there's 7, but there's only 6 this week, 1 from each grade level. A lot of scholars ask me, hey, Mr. Hege, can you choose me to be a Scholar of the Week? I don't choose Scholars of the Week, right? Your teachers do because you were in their class every single day, learning it up and doing the right thing. So today's your opportunity to try to make a lasting impression to become a Scholar of the Week. And I'm looking for the first 6 Scholars of the Week. That's awesome. You're going to be the first 6 of the school year. Get to run down the hallway tomorrow. So make sure you're working on that today and also working as a class, as a team to win one of those belts so that you can be highlighted tomorrow. Hey, remember to be great because you are great. I hope you have an awesome Thursday, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in action.